Okay, except for mine, I'm Dr. Jim. After that, we're good. So tell me a bit about life before you came in, where you were.
Yeah, so I was in my final year of college, and I felt like I was in a position where I was just really stuck, and I needed something that I feel some sort of release, and I went and saw my primary care physician
Right.
for a lot of mental health issues, and I felt like I was emotionally stuck somewhere, and just even after a few adjustments, I came home one spontaneous weekend, and I think I got 3 or 4 adjustments, and it gave me a new set of hope, and put a new head out on my shoulders, and I just felt so much better about where I was headed and what direction I was going.
I love it. What have you learned about how your body works?
I felt like I was in this like fight or flight response, and where my body was like tensed up, like kind of like this, and then after just a few of those adjustments, it felt like I was releasing and let the whole flow of my body, the communication flow throughout completely, and I just felt like everything was aligned and everything was working perfectly.
I love it. Who's in charge of you?
I am.
Look at that.
Yep.
And what are you in charge of?
Myself, and I think that it's really cool to see how this has really changed my perspective just on my health in general, and how like I just changed how I look at things differently in terms of how I carry myself in the world, and how I approach things differently, and it really has changed the way that I even just make decisions. And I remember going back to when I first came in, I said I felt like my life was on this path where I was making decisions through anxiety and not making decisions through myself, and now I finally think I'm able to see the cards that are in front of me and be able to pick a decision and make a decision that isn't something that I feel like I'm pressured into, or my anxiety is driving me towards one way versus another, and I'm able to explore different outlets.
Isn't that amazing?
Yep.
So this all comes from one thing, clarity. So when the signal back and forth from your brain to every cell in your body and back up to your brain, the processing, it gets clearer. So how would you describe your visions of things looking forward in your life, moving forward from now, after being adjusted for a few months now, to how does it look on a level of clarity?
I think that one thing is I definitely am a lot more confident. One thing that is 100%, I am a lot more confident about where I am in the world and who I am about myself. I don't think I'm as reflective, as self-reflective on like, this is what I did today and why I should have done it differently. It's more of in the moment, enjoy it, and just aim to be a better person, and strive to be the greatest person you can be versus sheltering yourself. And I think that this has really opened that up. And also, I think it's really just made me more passionate in the world, and I want to just pursue more things, and I just want to progress further with my life. It's not something where, I want to cower it away, or, just like going back to where it's like sheltered. I don't feel like sheltered, and I feel like I'm, want to reach outside of my shell, let's step outside of the box and do something different. So
I love it.
I think it just makes you a lot more confident. It really just opens up the pathways in your body to allow you to, just maximize your health and maximize just the head that's on your shoulders in each and every person, because it's different in each and every person. But I think that with these adjustments, it allows each and every person to feel the maximum potential they can be and who they can be in the world.
I love it. We talk about this with people, like, and even with yourself. This is not about pain. This is about function. This is about neurologic adaptability. This is about neurologic connection, which everything you just said is that, which gives you purpose, which gives you centering, which gives you certainty, which gives you empowerment.
Yep.
So as you are in that place to make that forward, and you've had this experience, what would you say to anybody who's in the same situation as you were 6 months ago?
Honestly, I just wouldn't be afraid, because honestly, like, I know that at first I was not open-minded about it. I wasn't really, I wasn't super optimistic, because I had struggles with my mental health, and I just felt like when I was in that position, when I think back, I think it was sometime in October,
Yep.
First semester, I was told, okay, we're going to try this alternative method of just healing. It's just an all-inclusive healing. It's not like a form of medicine where it's like you take a pill. It's just something that's a different approach, and I wasn't super open-minded about it. But then just literally after that first weekend, I was like, wow, this is absolutely crazy. People need to know about this. Like, I mean, I went to a family primary care physician, you know, and I'm explaining, hey, this is, I feel down in the dumps every day. I'm anxious, blah blah blah. And, you know, they just like, okay, here's a prescription, you know, and that's what I'm led to believe that that's what's supposed to fix me. And I, you know, after how many years of taking that, I'm like, I really don't feel different. And then 4 adjustments, I say it's like about 4, and I'm like, about 4 adjustments, I'm like, are you serious? Like, that's how much of a the difference it's already made. Like, I remember I just wake up with like a smile versus like, you know, like this and cowering down. And, you know, even my parents were like, what has gotten into you? Like, what is like this new head on your shoulders? Like, this is insane. I'm like, yeah, it's just like, it's crazy because I know like it's hard to, it's someone like for me, it's really hard to persuade me on something, and this is just like completely blown me away. Like, I'm speechless on how it's changed my life, because I was in a position where I thought I was hopeless, and now I'm hopeful. So,
brother, I absolutely
thank you.
love it. It's all in there.
Yes.
Not in here, it's in there. And you released it, and I love it. And I'm going to tell you to go out and get some shades, because your future is very bright, brother. So get some
thank
shades.
you so much.
All right, thank you, my friend.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.